The Romantic era, man, what a time for music. We're talking epic sound, intense passion. And today, we're going to meet three composers from that period who didn't just write music, they completely redefined what music could even be.
So you've got these three musical giants, right? They're from different countries, they have wildly different styles, and yet they all became the defining voices of their time. So where do we start? Let's begin with the revolutionary.
All right, first stop, France. We're kicking things off with a true revolutionary force in classical music, the great innovator himself, Hector Berlioz.
You know, Berlioz just had this relentless drive for something new. He wasn't satisfied with the old rules. He saw the orchestra not just as a group of instruments, but as this giant canvas for telling these huge, dramatic, and deeply personal stories. And to do it, he would bend the entire orchestra to his will.
And get this, he didn't just compose music, he invented entirely new forms for it. He's actually the guy who coined the term choral symphony to describe his vision for these massive, powerful works that combine huge orchestras with choirs and solo vocalists. He was creating sound on a scale few had ever even imagined.
And you can totally hear this unique vision in his most famous works. His Symphonie Fantastique is a wild, vivid, and deeply personal piece that tells a clear story with music alone. And then his Romeo et Juliet perfectly captures the grand scale of that whole choral symphony idea.
Okay, so from the revolutionary fire of France, we're going to travel to the heart of Russia. It's time to meet our next composer, a man who channeled all that romantic passion into a sound that was distinctly national, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky.
Now, Tchaikovsky holds a really unique place in music history. He was the very first Russian composer to make a lasting, powerful impression on the entire world. He's the guy who effectively put Russian classical music on the global map for the very first time.
So how'd he do it? Well, his path to global fame came from weaving the very soul of his homeland right into his compositions. He masterfully blended the melodies of Russian folk music with these grand symphonic structures, creating a sound that was both deeply personal and somehow universally understood.
And the results? Well, there's some of the most beloved pieces of music ever written. From the pure magic of the Nutcracker and the tragic beauty of Swan Lake to the patriotic thunder of the 1812 Overture, Tchaikovsky's music still captivates audiences everywhere.
For our third giant, we're heading back to France to meet a composer known less for stormy passion and more for just sheer, breathtaking brilliance. Let's talk about the polished prodigy, Camille Saint-Saëns.
And when we say prodigy, we are not exaggerating. Just try to wrap your head around this. Saint-Saëns began piano lessons at the age of 2. By 3, he was already composing. That level of raw talent is just astounding.
Saint-Saëns offered a completely different flavor of romanticism. You know, while composers like Berlioz embrace that wild drama, his work is celebrated for its elegance. His music is neat, it's perfectly structured and polished. It's powerful, but it's never excessive. You can hear this refined brilliance in his most famous compositions, from the playful wit of Carnival of the Animals and the spooky charm of Danse Macabre, to the stunning, awe-inspiring power of his Symphony No. 3, the Organ Symphony. So, there you have it, the innovator, the national voice, and the polished prodigy. 3 very distinct artists who each left an indelible mark on music. But what does their combined legacy really tell us about the Romantic era itself?
Well, this gives us the perfect final snapshot. You've got Berlioz, the trailblazing innovator, Tchaikovsky, the quintessential national voice, and Saint-Saëns, the elegant prodigy. 3 masters, and each one defines a different, crucial facet of the Romantic spirit.
Together, these 3 composers really show you the incredible breadth of the Romantic era. They expanded the orchestra, they used music to tell epic stories, and they poured immense emotion into their work, creating a vibrant legacy that continues to inspire us today.
So now, the choice is yours. The passionate innovator, the soulful national voice, or the elegant prodigy? After this explainer, whose music will you explore first?